Hey guys, so today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make this pumpkin salted caramel cake. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to give it a thumbs up before you go, and please subscribe to my channel. Also, to make sure to follow me on Instagram, that is linked in the description. I forget to plug it sometimes, but I do have an Instagram, so make sure to check me out over there. And I also have a TikTok now as well, so that will also be linked in the description. But let's just get on with the video. Today we're going to be starting off with the caramel frosting because it has to sit in the fridge for a couple hours. So you want to start by adding your warm salted caramel into a medium-sized bowl. You can use a homemade caramel, or you can buy one from the store. I bought one from a store, and you want to put it in the microwave for around like 50 seconds or until it's nice and warm. And then you want to add your cubed cold cream cheese pieces to this, a little bit at a time, until everything forms and comes together. And the cream cheese might look a little clumpy at first, but it will eventually melt down with the warm caramel and form a nice smooth frosting. Now moving on to the pumpkin cake. In a medium-sized bowl, you want to add your all-purpose flour, salt, baking soda, baking powder, cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, ground ginger, and you just want to mix this all together until all the ingredients are incorporated. Moving on to the wet ingredients, in a large bowl, you want to add your 4 eggs and your light brown sugar, and you want to beat this on medium-high speed for around 3 minutes. Then you want to add in your pumpkin puree. Then you want to alternatively add in the flour and milk in 3 batches. And be careful with this process so you don't end up with your batter being overmixed. Now you want to add your batter to your greased and lined baking pans. I used 4 6-inch cake pans. You can also do 3 8-inch cake pans, which I kind of recommend a little bit more because personally for me, the 4-inch layers with the 6-inch cake pans were a little bit too tall for this cake. Now you want to put this in the oven at 350 degrees, and the recipe says to cook it for around 40 to 45 minutes, but mine only need 35, so just keep an eye out on it just so you don't overcook the cake. once your cakes is done, you can set them to cool completely, and once that's done, you can get started on the decorating. And in between the cake layers, I just layered the frosting and a layer of the caramel. And just so you guys know, I feel like adding the caramel made the cake a little harder to decorate it because it was kind of slippery and falling over a little bit. So that made it a little bit harder, but it wasn't anything too bad. I don't feel like you have to add the caramel because I don't feel like you can even really taste it that much since I did only add such a little bit. But yeah, I'm just letting you guys know. And as you can see here, I am contemplating on whether I should add the fourth layer on top of the cake, which I eventually decided not to because the cake layers are already kind of falling over, and the fourth layer I feel like would have messed it up completely. And also I just felt like it was too tall in general, so I just had to decide and made like a tiny cake with some buttercream frosting for my younger siblings since they don't eat cream cheese frosting anyway, so it kind of worked out for them. And as you can tell, this is definitely not one of my best decorated cakes. It's very boring and basic design, but that's just because this frosting is so like loose, and yeah, it's not really much decorating that I can think of you can do with it, and I was just kind of over it. So yeah, I just did something really simple and basic for the design of this cake. But if it was a buttercream frosting or a more stable frosting, I probably would have added something a little more, but you know, it was still good. It obviously didn't change the taste, but yeah. And that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up before you go, and please subscribe to my channel. And the recipe, as always, will be linked in the description. It was really good. It actually reminded me a lot of a carrot cake, so if you like carrot cakes, you would definitely like this recipe. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week with a new video. Bye guys.